I forgot. I forgot to do the top 10. That's not cool at all. My dad worked very hard on this top 10. He was actually texting me when I was in LSAT class today. So anyways, the top 10 ideas for travelers to India this summer. And this is very pertinent to Resham and Zach because because they're planning to travel to India in August. So India is really, really hot in the summer, just everywhere. The summer starts in April. It ends the next year in April. It's just hot forever. I don't know why I'm applauding for this. I just want to. So today, Chennai was 93 degrees, which is crazy. Just take a look at anywhere in India right now. Everything is just red hot. So traveling to India in the summer is not for the faint of heart. Oh, that's the map. Wait, is that real? That's not real. We made that up. For a second, I fooled myself. I thought that was real. That's not real. But it's really hot, I promise. Anyways, traveling to India in the summer is not for the faint of heart. You have to be brave. You have to have strong willpower. And in the summer, especially in southern India, they have power cuts everywhere. And they call it load shedding, literally to shed load. So they don't want to use a lot of power, a lot of electricity, so they just cut it. And we've lived in India, or rather fried in India for many years, so we kind of know how to beat the heat. You're getting the tips from the pros. So here's some ideas to those traveling to India this time of year. Number 10, say the word cool for everything. How's the food? Cool. How's the city? Cool. How's the heat? Cool. It's a psychological idea called priming. Number 9, if you don't like that idea, learn how to say it's hot in 30 different Indian languages because those exist. Garam hai, rumba sooda irukku, chala vedika. Vediga undi. I don't know Telugu. I don't know how to do this. If you say kadam instead of garam, you'll be in trouble because that means spicy in Tamil. Number 8, make use of the summer and fry puppets and applams and parents and friends and everyone you don't like. I didn't write that. I didn't write that. My dad did. Number, what number are we on? 7. Live next to a minister's residence. I'm not kidding. Those people, you'll never have a power cut, ever, because the streets where they live, they never shut down the power. So you have to just find where they live and live on a street there. Like even if you have the smallest apartment, it'll be so good. You'll never have to lose air conditioning or a fan. Anyways.
Good tip.
Mama, scroll the prompter, please. Thank you. Oh, no, keep scrolling. Actually, the ministers should be fried first instead of the puppet and applam. Number 6, carry a hand-operated fan like the one you see in this picture right here. They're made of palm leaves, literally go green. They're hand-operated, so they'll work even when there's load shedding. Number 5, if you have an American accent, get a job at an ice-cold call center in India. It's kind of like the libraries here and the cooling centers. They have air conditioning all the time. So if you have an American accent, use that when you're vacationing. If you don't, work on that. Go to Nityananda and he'll take you to Mount Kailash with attractive disciples. Come on, guys, laugh, please. Number 3, pray to the summer god, Surya. Wait, he's not the summer god. He's the god of the sun, not the summer. Whoa, no, not him. He's an actor. That's the one we're talking to. That's the one we're praying to. There's a god for everything. It's so convenient. Also, hang on. Did you know that Phoenix, Arizona is hotter than many parts of India, like throughout the year? So the number 2 idea, don't complain. Get it? So the number 1 tip to travelers to India this summer, don't travel to India in the summer. What are you thinking? Go in the winter. That's what we did. Christina danced before, and she did an amazing job, and I mentioned to you that we have something called India Dance Academy. So her mom, Agnes, she's the choreographer, and she's also going to start teaching Bollywood dance. So if you want more information about that, visit www.indiadance.org. And also, like I mentioned before, Ragajitra Foundation is going to have music classes in Manhattan, which is very, very exciting. You can learn Veena in Manhattan. So we actually have Veenas there. So if you want to learn Veena and you don't have an instrument, that's perfectly okay. We have it there for you. So for more information, you know to visit www.ragachitra.org. One last announcement, last but definitely not least, PrepMates Early Prep starts in Manhattan on May 3rd. And this is also right near Penn Station, so it's very easy to get to. So if you have any friends or family members who are taking the specialized high school exam, and they live in Manhattan, this is definitely the best companion. I'm sure you guys already know that several PrepMate students have gained a position at one of the top 8 high schools in the city. So that's definitely a place to check out. So congratulations to all these people who are doing great things. All right, now I'm going to talk to some very interesting people here. I have Resham and Zach. Like I mentioned, they haven't been on India Talks, so they deserve a warm India Talks welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Very happy to be here.
Yeah, I'm so excited to have you here.
You've got a great show.
Oh, thank you.
Great so
you came in on the day when I can't speak, so this is not a good look for me. Anyways, I'm gonna mess things
You're doing
up.
great.
Thank you, thank you. We're very excited to have you here, and we're talking about my mom's favorite thing, chai. And I think this is like, if any Indian is not watching this right now, it's like sacrilege, because you have to be
You all should be
here.
watching.
Yeah, it's blasphemous. You absolutely have to be watching when we talk about chai. It's such an Indian thing.
It is. It's an Indian thing, and it's slowly becoming an American
thing.
Yeah, as Starbucks has chai tea lattes, you're seeing it in independent coffee shops as well.
Oh, yeah.
It's definitely a trend that's taking off here.
The chai tea latte. My mom orders it all the time, and I think a lot of Indian people just like the sound of it because it sounds like home. How close is it really to chai? Because these people, by the way, are chai experts. They've tried every kind of chai there is to try, plus some more, and they're continuing that. So from the expert's point of view, how comparable?
So clearly, a Starbucks chai tea latte might not be the same thing you get on the street in India, but maybe you could think of it as sort of the gateway chai, right? So you can get hooked on chai tea lattes here, and then maybe it leads you to go to India, see some chaiwalas on the street, and these are the original Starbucks, right?
Definitely. So
Yep.
speaking of the original Starbucks, tell us about these chaiwalas. For people who haven't been to India, how do you describe a chaiwala?
Well, for some people who might not actually even know chai, the word chai in Hindi means tea. And the word wala has several meanings, but one of the most common meanings, and in this context, it means a person who makes or sells a certain good. So a chaiwala is a person who makes and sells tea. And in India, during our travels, we found that chaiwalas were all over the country, in the, in the villages, in the cities, everywhere, just setting up shop and selling chai to people throughout the day, throughout the night. So that's what a chaiwala is in short.
The thing about this, the thing that I find most interesting, a lot of people when they go to India, they're so enamored by like the temples, the architecture, the this, the that, the food.
Yeah.
How did you find this common denominator of chai? Like, did you had to have been looking for it or something? No.
No, not even. You know, it's really true what Resham says. Everywhere you go, India is this incredibly diverse place. You have urban, huge megacities, you have tiny rural villages, you have the trains that connect them, and everywhere you go, you'll find a chaiwala. And the chaiwala, it's a guy who sells some really nice tea, but really he does more than that. He provides a social space for his community, so everyone comes around, just like a barber shop in the U.S., right?
Yeah.
Where people are coming, just telling stories, collecting village gossip.
He knows everything.
That's
He's
right.
the guy to go to. Actually, we have a call. Hi caller. Can you please state your name and where you're calling from? Oh, and thank you for calling India Talks. We're happy to have your call. Hi.
Hi, thank you. I'm a first-time caller. I'm very excited to
We're excited to
talk
have you too.
Thank you. So my name is Naye, and I'm calling from Boston.
Boston.
Hi, Naye.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi. A round of applause.
Just for you.
I'm calling. I apologize. My internet is a little bit lagging, so I perhaps may not have listened to the first part of your conversation, unfortunately. But first of all, I just wanted to say hello, and I'm actually a friend of Resham's. And I just am so excited for the two of you to take on this project. I think it's going to be very, very interesting to see, what adventures you get into in the conversations that you have. My question is, what do you want to do with this project? What do you want people to get out of this?
Alrighty.
That's a great question.
Thank you so
IA.
much.
Thanks for
Thank
calling.
you for that call, and thank you so much for the question. Definitely, for those of viewers who didn't quite hear that well, hope you did. Her question was, what do you hope to get out of, or what do you hope people would get out of this project? And by her project, the project, I guess she means your Chaiwala tour as well as your Chaiwala book.
Yeah, so basically what we want to do is go back to India, where we had previously spent a year, but this time we want to go back with the intention of going all around the country to very, very different, distinct places with different stories, and show that even in a country as diverse as India, you have a common thread of chai. And behind every cup of chai is a chaiwala. And so we want to look at India's diversity through the chaiwala's lens. And we want this to be, whatever comes out of this project, we're working on a book. We're thinking it could also be, through a film medium, photographs. There are a lot of different options. But we want this book to be for Westerners and Indians alike. We want people to see what chai means to 1 billion people, like 1/6 of the world's population, and how it really is more than just a drink. It's a community, it's a social space, it's a way for people to connect. And we want people here to understand that and kind of get a taste of India and understand chai through a different lens themselves. And also for Indians, a lot of people we've told this idea to are very excited, and they want this chaiwala culture to be preserved. So we're hoping to kind of preserve it as it is now before globalization takes off and
Before Cafe Coffee Day wipes
takes
it out.
over.
in
Yeah,
Starbucks.
so that's pretty much what we're hoping to do.
I think that's awesome. And we have another phone call on
Awesome.
the line. Hi, caller. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, my name is Roshan. I'm calling from Jersey. How are you guys?
Hey,
Hello.
Roshan from Jersey. You're on the
I'm
air.
a first-time viewer. I saw the segment. I think this is a really cool, fascinating stuff.
Oh, let's give,
thanks so
thank
much
you
for
for
having
watching. Big round of applause here. All right, so do you have a question for Chaiwala experts here?
Yeah, I do. So I was just wondering, what might be the best chai that you ever had, or maybe
my
there's
gosh.
an interesting story that you guys had that really made it special.
It's a great question, Roshan.
I've been asking them this, and I have not gotten a straight answer.
Yeah.
Well, I got a kind of straight answer from Resham, but not really Zach. Zach, you're in the hot seat.
Oh, well,
let's hear
I
it.
guess I probably have a few answers. The most delicious chai I get to have almost every day is what Resham makes, which is great. Just in the kitchen, boiling ginger.
Yo,
letting
everyone,
it go.
after party at Resham's house. She's gonna make us all chai.
Oh yeah, chai party. But then, so in India, I had a bunch of great experiences. I think one of the ones that's most memorable is in Calcutta. They serve the chai in these earth clay pots, right? So not a little. Some places you get these flimsy plastic cups. Other places you have glasses. But in Calcutta, they serve it in these clay pots, and it really gives like a taste of the earth. I guess it doesn't really sound that great, but it really is quite nice. And I went out to a village outside the city and actually saw where they were making these clay pots, and it was really cool to sort of see the whole supply chain from beginning to end, and then enjoy the drink. So that's a good place to get some chai.
All right, now we have to hear your answer. What's your favorite chai?
My favorite chai has to be my mom's chai, because that's what I grew up drinking every morning. Lots of brown sugar, lots of ginger, very spicy
More
and
brown
sweet.
sugar than tea.
Yes.
The proportion is always a little skewed when it comes to Indian chai.
I've carried on that tradition to
It's like,
my
would you like some
own.
tea with your sugar?
Exactly. The way my mom makes tea, I know we have a caller, thank you for calling. Just give me 1 second
She has a point to make.
say that my mom definitely makes the best tea.
No,
And we're all
my mom makes the best tea.
We're gonna have a mom tea chai face off here. Next India Talks, watch that. It's just, I think it's just mom's tea. It's very comforting. And my band, I think we rehearse only because my mom makes tea. And it's like this strange concoction, and we're never allowed to watch what she does. And then all of a sudden something emerges, and it's very sweet, and it's got mint and cardamom and all kinds of things. See, I
Oh,
told you my
secret
mom's
ingredients. Yeah, we
I
have to learn
know.
from you.
Anyways, I'm sorry, caller. So, hi, can you please tell us your name and where you're calling from?
Hi, my name's Sarah, and I'm calling from Harlem.
Hi, Sarah from Harlem.
Sarah.
Oh, are you Resham's friend as well?
I am Resham's friend as well.
Did she pay you? Is that why she had so many phone calls?
No, she didn't pay me, but this is an awesome show. I wish I'd known about it sooner.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for calling. Yay. So, do you have a question for Resham and Zach?
I do. So I also spent a year in India, and I overlapped with Resham and Zach while I was there. And I loved chai, and I loved talking to people while I was drinking chai. But I've also traveled other places, and there's similar traditions in other places. So I was wondering if you guys had opinions on what you think is unique about the Indian chai tradition versus the coffee tradition in Ethiopia, or even tea and chai in East Africa and Moroccan tea. And so what you think is unique, but also what you think is the commonality between all of these traditions.
That is a great question. Well, something that I think is a commonality between all of these traditions is that coffee and chai have caffeine. And this is kind of something that people are addicted to in a way.
It's an addiction.
You get a jolt, you get the caffeine jolt, especially in India and other places, you get a lot of sugar in it. So I think that's kind of how tea and coffee became so widespread. You have the caffeine, it's a daily ritual. It's kind of a time for you to step away from your normal busy, crazy life and go to the chai stand, go to the coffee shop, meet with your friends. So I think there are a lot of appealing things about it.
At the same time, I think there is something what you said, Sarah, about how these traditions are all unique, and they do tell a bit of a different story everywhere you go, whether it's coffee in Ethiopia, whether it's the chai that they make up in Kashmir using sort of saffron and those spices up there is very different than the chai you drink maybe in South India and Kerala near these spice plantations that grow cloves and cardamom. So in that way, I think there are really unique differences between the preparations.
I couldn't agree with you more, and I think there might be a caller that might want to agree with you as well. So caller, please tell us your name and where you're calling from, and thank you for calling India Talks.
Of course. Hi, my name is Will. I'm calling in from Boston, Massachusetts.
Hi, Will from Boston.
Hi, Will.
Hi, everyone.
She's paying everyone with chai, I'm convinced.
All of Risha's friends.
So yeah, I just wanted to call in because of something that Resham said about just, behind every cup of chai is a story, and Zach talking about it as a meeting place. I just wanted to share an experience that I had when I was working in New Delhi.
Absolutely, do tell us.
Great. So I was working at the India Habitat Center, which is it's a big office park, but also a big conference center. So it's a huge meeting point for a lot of international people coming in town for conferences, maybe sort of shuttling between, a fancy hotel and the India Habitat Center, and that might be all they see of India. And then I was working there in an Indian office, and there was a chai stand outside that was just this meeting point of businessmen in suits from all over the world sort of getting their first taste of India, and then all the auto rickshaw drivers sitting and having their cup of chai, and it was this huge international melting pot. And then one day I went down there, and I learned the name of the local chaiwala because I'd picked up some Hindi from my coworkers. So I asked for a cup of chai in Hindi. Mujhe ek chai de do, Mukesh ji.
I'm very impressed. Good job.
Thank you. I've gotten a bit rusty since I'm back in Boston now, but it's good to know it still plays on India Talk. So yeah, and then the look on his face, because every other foreigner there is their first time in India, and he was just in complete shock. He almost went completely white and just stared at me. Did not respond or anything, and I said it again and just asked, please have, I really wanted the chai. And eventually he starts making it, but he's still making eye contact, this dazed look, and sort of gives me this half wave. But over time, going there every single day, we developed a friendship. And then I went back a year later with some other friends, just visiting, and I wanted to see if he would still remember when I walked up, and there he was. He started making it right away.
No way.
Just, it's just that ability for a cup of chai to bridge any gap.
That's cool, and I think what you're saying.
Thank you so much for your story.
Yeah, what you're saying, Will, it makes
it's
so much
so
sense, right? They
true.
bring these people together, whether they're businessmen or locals.
I can picture that because that's the one place where everyone congregates. Thank you so much for your call, and thank you both so much for being here. And we'll have their link to their Chaiwala experiences on our Facebook page. You definitely have to check it out. And she also has recipes on there for chai.
Yes.
And hopefully we can have her back here sometime to share these recipes of hers and show us really how to make chai. So thank you so much for being
for having
here.
Awesome.
us.
Thanks for having
Thank
us.
you. Give them a huge round of applause. So our next episode is on May 24th, and we're almost at the end of the episode. Oh my God, where did the time go? And we have a live debate next time, and the debate will be what will help Indian youth connect to their Indian roots better, learning an Indian language or the arts? So if you want to be part of the debate, apply at www.indiatalkstv.com. We have a little contact button, so definitely email us and let us know what you think. And right now we have members of the Ragachitra Choir who are here to delight us with another bhajan. And don't forget to check out the Chaiwalas and the Indian dance classes and the music classes and PrepMates SHSAT. We will see you next month, same time, same place. Take it away, ladies.
चित्रूपिणी शिवे चिन्तितार्थप्रदे चित्रूपिणी शिवे श्रीगुरुः सेविते शिवमोहकरे श्रीगुरुः सेविते शिवमोहकरे चिन्तितार्थप्रदे चित्रूपिणी शिवे श्रीगुरुः सेविते शिवमोहकरे श्रीगुरुः सेविते शिवमोहकरे श्रीगुरुः सेविते शिवमोहकरे सन्ततं पाहि मां सङ्गीतश्यामले सर्वदारे जननी सर्वदारे जननी जननी जननी
Thank you. You guys are absolutely awesome. Hi, Megan. How are you?
Good.
So actually, since we were talking about chai before, did you drink a lot of chai when you were in India? You can hold this.
Yeah, and my experience with chai was completely different because there was always a woman behind that chai, making
Really?
that chai. Yeah, it was always house chai.
Is that
so
rare?
No.
In India, is that rare to have a woman chai wala?
House chai.
House chai.
All
House
house chai. Sorry, okay, yeah. Clarification. House chai, being a woman in a kitchen making it for me. And there was a lot of variation in each house, and mostly the level of milk and spices and sugar. I like cardamom in mine, personally.
Yeah, my mom
So,
loves
yeah,
that
it's good.
stuff.
Yeah.
Anyways, so thank you so much for being here. You guys were absolutely awesome. And we were talking about Veena classes, and we actually have a new Veena student ourselves. Jaya, how do you like playing the Veena? How's that going for you?
Very good. So
2 classes in, right?
just 2 classes.
Two
so
classes.
I'm really at A of the alphabet.
No, I mean it's fun. How is it different from learning vocal? Because you've been learning vocal music for a while now.
Well, the reason why I started Veena is in vocal, it kind of the notes could be, you could hit the notes very well with the instrument, and that kind of syncs with the vocal aspect of it. So,
That's true. And a veena sounds very similar to the human voice. It's very, very close.
So I thought, that could back me up as a...
She's going to have her backup singers, backup veena players.
Exactly.
And Akhilanti, you've been playing the veena for a while too. Like, what do you like better, singing or playing the veena? Well, you can answer it very honestly because the same teacher teaches you both, so you can't really get in trouble for that answer.
Yes, unless they say both are difficult. But no, I do think it's great to play the veena, but with a very strong vocal background. The songs are so much easier and mean so much more when you're learning it on the veena, when you actually know the song already. So because we're just hitting the notes and you can't really figure out the lyrics when you're playing an instrument, so I think it's a great combination as long as you know both and you have a good, strong vocal background. Would you agree, Jess?
Smithy, do you now plan on learning the veena?
Oh gosh.
There we go. We put you on the hot seat.
Exactly.
I found that I've always been much more inclined to vocally than instruments. I learned piano
I
for
agree
years.
with you.
And
I
just,
agree with you.
For me personally.
Same level. I'm going to be in trouble when I go home.
Yeah,
but no,
it suits me a bit better, I think.
I know what you mean. I know what you
Who
mean.
knows? One day maybe. Never
One
know.
day maybe.
Never say never.
Let me tell you, it is easier to cart around your voice than it is to cart around a veena.
Yeah.
Oh
my
it
gosh,
is so much
yes.
easier. I could just go and again,
You can just
considering,
sit pretty. And
right. I and my two daughters play the veena and sing. Believe me, carting 3 of us girls and 3 veenas.
It
It's
gets
just,
complicated.
yeah,
No,
so-
she's right. I mean, we might actually have to buy a bigger car because my mom plays the veena, and the veena is taller than my mom. It's taller than me. Oh, yeah, it is taller than me. But the thing is, it's not that it's heavy. It's just unwieldy to carry around. It's not like a guitar where you could just throw it on your backpack and keep it moving. It's you really
Absolutely.
have to
So that's
hire
something to
U-Haul every
consider.
time. Yeah.
Listen, I didn't have to buy a minivan for my kids.
Just for
I do
me.
it for my instruments.
That's life with a veena. But anyways, it's really fun to learn. And so if you're considering it, definitely check out www.dagachitra.org for more information. And that brings us pretty much to the end of the show. So thank you again for watching, and thank you for all your phone calls. Let's give Zach and Rachel another huge round of applause. And don't forget to check out our Facebook page because we will have their link, and we'll also have links as to how you can get information about the music classes, the dance classes, and SHSAT prep. Next episode is May 24th. Again, if you want to get in on that debate, let us know. Just let us know on indiatalkstv.org, or you can email us at indiatalkstv@gmail.com. And we'll see you next time, same place. Bye, guys. Thanks so much.